Who's here for the first time? Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Painting with Fibromyalgia and our chat. We're going to be painting Bring On the Sun because we've been freezing this winter. What's happening with that? Why are we all so cold? I'm looking all over the place because I have a couple different setups here and I'm trying to keep some control over what's where and what's going on. And can you hear me? Can you give me some feedback? Let me know how it's going. I guess you could hear me. I want to know before I get too deep into this if you can hear me or not. Oh, you're here for the first time. Yay. Hi, Ian and Tina and Trish and Ann and Gina and oh my goodness, how many do we have on? Jennifer and Jerup and oh my goodness, it is and Juliet. Oh wow, big crowd. Leanne, Tina, my moderators. Elena should be on here too. I have an announcement. Elena Webster has joined us. She's on board with us and she's going to help with moderating. A lot of you have met her before. She is my daughter and she has 3 children. Her oldest is 11 and our big joke in the group is that she has growing pains. Not fibro, growing pains. So we'll let her think that she's young enough to still have growing pains. But anyway, Elena is joining us at some point. If she's here, I don't know. Oh. So I'm so glad you guys are here. We're going to get started pretty soon. I'm going to show you what the painting is supposed to look like when we're done. Ah, there's Elena. All right, if you're on here, say hi because otherwise I won't know. And let me change my screen a little bit so I could see what camera to use. Okay, I'm going to switch this over. All right, so this is our painting right here. Hopefully you could see it. And that's the sun down in the right corner and there's clouds. There's going to be tons and tons of blending. I should keep my hand still so it'll focus. Anyway, it's more focused than it looks because my hands are moving. But there's going to be a lot of blending and a lot of mixing and all that stuff. So we might have to stop like right about halfway because it's going to take longer. I have a feeling it's going to take longer, especially with the chatting and the questions and all of that. So it might take a little longer. So this might be a 2-part painting. Okay. So the background, you have to turn that down, all the way down. The background is phthalo blue and quinacridone magenta and titanium white. So that's what's on here. Now mine's still wet because I did one and it took me a while to realize that I already did one. Therefore I needed another background. So, and then there was all kinds of craziness going on. All right, so another thing I want to say before we get started is there's a lot of flu going around. There's a lot of sickness going around. And I just want to tell everybody that who is ailing, who is sick, that I hope they feel better. My administrator, Bonnie Stockton, is very sick with the flu right now. Her husband is just coming out of the flu. And she and we are hoping and praying about her nephew, her great nephew, who is a little baby and he's just undergone surgery and he's he's in that time period where it's touch and go. So she's got a lot going on top of the terrible pain that she normally suffers. So our heart goes out to her. Our other moderators, Leanne and Danielle, they're going through some aches and pains and issues that they're trying to see after. So we're all like, we all get you. We all understand. Everyone has lives, and we all get you, and we all care about each other. And that's one of the biggest reasons why we're here, is we're here to lend support and show each other we care and that kind of thing, because life is not easy sometimes. So yes, the flu is very bad this year. And from what Bonnie was saying, when her husband was really going through the worst part of his, is that there's 2 strains that people are getting. So they're getting like a double flu. So that's what's going on. So knowing Bonnie as well as I do, she wants us to have fun tonight. She wants to look at this video and see it as a success, and see it as us having fun tonight, so that she could smile and watch the video when she feels better. So that's the plan. Okay. So who's gonna paint with us? I know Tina runs to the art store every Saturday. She paints almost every day, so I know she plans on painting with us. I will see who else joins us. Okay. 4 different strands. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, I tell you what, it makes me not want to go anywhere, which is not possible, but it sure is. Like, I'm a germaphobe anyway, and it makes me not want to go anywhere. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you the palette. I have to take off my my stuff that I was just doing. And if you're painting with me, let me know if you need time. That's a mix of phthalo blue and a little bit of quinacridone magenta and titanium white. And I threw that on there, and it's a mess, but it's okay because it's going to be cloud and all that stuff. So if there's variation in it, it doesn't bother me. That kind of gives the painting movement anyway. So let me see. Let me switch over again. Try to be fancy and I get in trouble. So if I forget to show you the canvas, let me know. Okay. See if I can fix it. Okay. All right. I think this is good. I think this is good. Not sure. Not exactly sure, but I think it's good. I accidentally bumped the camera earlier for the canvas. Okay. There we go. So let's see what you could see. You could see right about there. Okay, I got it. Now, here's what we have. We have phthalo blue. We have cadmium yellow. We have quinacridone magenta. And that's going to be a lot of it. Like, that's going to be almost all of it. Everything is going to be hinging on mixing. And of course the titanium white. We're going to be blending and mixing. That's what we're going to be doing. That's not quinacridone. Quinacridone magenta. Where is my quinacridone magenta? I was ready, folks. I really was. Here it is. All right, so that's what we have. Phthalo blue titanium white and quinacridone magenta. Let me get rid of those reds. Red might work though, if you have nothing else. You might want to use toward the end of it, on the bottom part, to get an orangier color. You could put a little orange in there, or you could put some Australian sienna in there toward the bottom, but we're not going to get to the bottom right away, so we're just going to get started. And George is going to help me. Can you get on the chat? Are you on the chat?
I'm looking at it.
Okay, so if they have any questions, just shout it out. Okay, because I have closed up that part. All right. So here's my titanium white and my phthalo blue. Okay, and my let's see, let me get you to see my phthalo blue. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, and my cadmium yellow. Okay, now we're going to play around with those colors. Now let me put this back up here where I could see it. Okay, so the clouds at the top, let me see, hang on. The clouds at the top are going to be more pink. Then we're going to have darker pink, and then pinkish orange, and then it's going to go into, so it's going to be kind of purpley, and then it's going to go into orangier and yellow toward the bottom, and then a dark purple across the bottom, which is supposed to represent land. Now, if you saw the video for the 2018 plans or goals, you'll find it there somewhere later after we're done. You'll see where we are planning on practicing or doing certain things to come up with a big painting that includes the things that we have been working on. So what I'd like this to be is a sunset, and then in the foreground I'd like to put a still life in the foreground. So I'll play with that, see how it works, but in the meantime we could get going on our clouds. All right, now we could do a cloud practice later. I could do a live in the group and do a cloud practice. If you're on here for the first time, let me know, or let George know, because he'll be looking at it. Okay, so where's my quinacridone magenta? Oh my goodness, where'd it go? Here it is. I forgot. This is a staple for me. I love this color. There's so many things you could do with it, and I'll show you right now. I hope you could see this right here. I'm gonna put it right next to the blue. All right. Now, if you mix quinacridone magenta, and I know some of you paint, oops, I meant to dip in the white first. If you mix quinacridone magenta and white, you get a really pretty pink color. And this is what we're going to start out with. We're going to start out with this really pretty pink color and make some clouds toward the top, okay? Then we're going to be blending in everything. Okay. So I'm going to go across here. Even a little more white would do. Okay, I'm going to go across here, across the top. Now, you don't want much paint on your brush. As a matter of fact, let me get rid of this. You don't want much paint on your brush, so you might want to wipe it through to get some of it off. Otherwise, it makes it very hard to blend. And then we're going to start with a kind of a scrumbly kind of effect with our brushes. It could be circular. We're going to scrumble. We're going to scrumble on here to get it kind of cloudy looking, okay? Just scrumble, scrumble, I don't know how you say it. Just scrape it on here with your brush. So I have a very small amount of paint on my brush. So this is called dry blending. Okay.
Leanne wants to know, is it sunset or sunrise?
This is a sunset. This is kind of a dark background, so I call it sunset. Does it matter? I don't even know. Are you giving me a hard time? Are you pulling my leg? I have often wondered, is it the same? Does it look the same? All right, so I'm making it a little odd shape. You don't want, you don't want it to look, and in this part, instead of being roundish, I want it to look a little like it's going out there. And then here's another thing we could do. Well, we'll get to that. Now I'm going to dip a little bit into the phthalo blue. All right. And white. And quinacridone. I keep doing it backwards. You know you're supposed to go into the white first, right? Go into the quinacridone. I'm trying to get a little bit darker purple. And you can see it on there. Okay. Now I'm going to wipe it off again. You could use a paper towel and wipe it off. I'm wiping this off again. You don't want too much on your brush. I had a lot. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to scrumble a little bit. Just a little bit down here. Just kind of the left edge a little bit. Just the left edge and toward the middle. And so you just take it and you go back into the pink. I just dipped into the yellow to go back into the quinacridone, go back into here. I didn't really wipe my brush off yet because I want it to blend together. And very, 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 very lightly going into that. Very lightly. So you see what I'm doing, right? Wiping my brush off. Very, very lightly going into here. Okay. Getting my pink back. A little bit of the white. A little bit of the quinacridone. More of the white. And just getting my pink back. It's a purple, it's more of a purple pink now because my brush is dirty. And so you want a little bit more quinacridone. Okay. So you see what I'm doing? I'm kind of blending. I'm kind of, because you don't want like a blob of dark in the middle. And I'm just kind of straightening, pulling it from the edges into the middle and just giving it a little bit more variation in the color. That's all. So that's my one cloud right there. Okay. Now, if anybody has any questions, we could go ahead and you can go ahead and mention it because I really don't know. I can't see. Now I'm going to add a little bit of white. I want a real light pink. Touch of quinacridone, just a touch. That was too much. And I want a light pink, but I want it to be very white pink. Boy, it's quiet. You need to just like run down the conversation a little bit. It's too quiet. I feel like I'm talking to myself.
For me?
Yes.
Y'all talking to each other.
I know, but I mean, like, you know, I want to be in the party. I want to be part of the party. Okay, so now I'm just going to, like, just put a little bit of an edge on here. Just a little edge. I don't want it to look like I put an edge on here. So I'm going to wipe off my brush and go back in toward the cloud with it. Okay? So I'm going to wipe off my brush.
Leanne loves your combo.
My combo.
Your
What
color,
I have on?
Color combo.
My color for the paint.
I guess that's color.
I wiped off my...
She's speaking Aussie.
Oh. I'm wiping off my brush. Boy. And I'm gonna just gently.
Sherry just came in.
Who did?
Sherry.
Oh, Sherry. Oh, cool. Very, very, very lightly going up toward the cloud. Scrumble, scrumble. Just on the top edge of that whitish piece I put on there. Okay.
Was it shade 206?
Because you don't want. Oh, no, I know who that is. Hi. That's her first time here. Well, first time joining me live.
Let's tell Angie.
Okay, so we're done with that cloud for now. Now, believe it or not, I'm going to be adding a yellowish color to it later, but that's not till later. Okay? Hi! Thanks for joining us.
Sherry said hi.
Hi.
She told me hi too.
Hi, Sherry. Okay, now I'm going to go back and get some more pink, more quinacridone, more white. Get a nice light pink going on. So you see what I mean by this painting is all mixing and blending. That's all this is right now. I want to take a touch of yellow. I know it sounds strange. Just a touch of yellow to tone this down a little bit. Okay? All right. So this one is going to be underneath. Now this is going to go. I might as well show you where this is going to go. Oh, let me wipe it off. This is going to go up here too. I just want you to see that. Just a touch, 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 touch. It's very light. Go real light on your brush. There's hardly anything on the brush. I just put a little bit in here, okay? All right. So just a touch. All right. So you see that? Okay, just put a little bit toward the middle in here, okay? Now, this very same color that has that combination of pink and I put a tiny bit of yellow, this is dry blending here. I'm going to make a bigger cloud underneath, okay? Under here. So this is going to be a little bigger, and this is more peachy down here. Scrumble, scrumble, scrumble. See how I have barely any paint on the brush? Barely, barely. And then I'm just going to do some dots, some dabs up here because the cloud is kind of drifting off. All right, just scrumble, scrumble, scrumble. All right. I'm just going to, I want it to be irregular. I don't want it to look like every cloud looks exactly the same. That's a mistake. And I have a little tail coming off the bottom just under here. And I barely have any paint on here. I wiped it off. Otherwise you can't really do this. And then I have piece coming off, like little pieces. Okay. Now I'm going to make my pink again. I'm wiping off my brush. I really don't want it wet. I'm going to grab some white. And I don't know if I'm still in view or not. I'm looking to see where I can go. I'll go up here. I grab some white.
Tell my favorite daughter I said hi.
Some pink. Yeah, white. I need more white. Some more white. Okay. Got a little carried away. Okay. And I'm wiping it off. Wipe it off. Get some of that paint off. You end up with a big mess on your palette, so get ready for that. Now this same one with the peachy color, I'm going back in here. I'm going on this tail end right here. Okay. I'm going in here. I'm going to miss this chunk in the middle because I don't want it to all be connected. Okay. I'm going to go up here a little bit.
What size canvas are you painting?
This one here is a 16 by 20. The little one that I showed you at the beginning, and some of you are just getting on. Let me show you. This one is a 9 by 12. Okay? Or 9 by 14, whatever it is. I can't remember. 9 by something. Me and numbers. Okay. So, but this one is a 16 by 20. All right. So I got my pink side. And now with this one, I'm going to go off a little bit. I'm going to trail off here. I'm going to get up here. I'm going to go the top part of that peachy piece, and then I'm going to trail off, skip a spot, trail off, skip a spot, trail off, go up toward a little higher, skip a spot, get a little piece up here. You know how clouds do. Get some little lines in here. Okay, so just barely anything. All right. So you see it's starting to form. Now, if you have any questions, let me know. We're not done. I'm going to get some of this yellow peachy. Okay. Put a little bit of this on here. Okay. Now, not so much on these because these are going to be more pink up here. But I have this yellow peachy. Oh, a little too yellow. All right, and it's a little on the dark side. I'm going to throw that little surprise in there, okay?
Leanne says it looks gorgeous.
Okay, see, I took most of the paint off. All right, now I'm going to, ooh, just barely touch that phthalo blue. Just barely in the quinacridone. All right. And then I'm gonna go into that. Now I made like a purple. You see that? I made like a purpley color. I want that. So you have to play a little bit. And if you don't get this, we'll play later. We'll play later in group maybe. You know, I think it's a good idea. I noticed that Cinnamon did that. She did like little lessons that led into a painting. She did it ahead of time. I didn't have that plan, but I think it's an excellent idea. Now, speaking of which, I'm going to give some shout outs when I'm done. Today I'm going to give some shout outs because there's a lot of people that are trying to get into teaching art in this big wide world of people who want to learn it. So, and they're not known. So we're trying to get each other out there so that you can start enjoying art from different people. So there's some other people out there, and we're all part of that CAC. So what I'm going to try to do is give a shout out. So if I forget, I will definitely put it in, I threw another color in there. I would definitely put it, oh, the purple. I'm putting the purple down. And then I'm going to come down here and make this right here. So now you see some look like they're in the distance and some look like they're not. Okay. All right. Okay. See that? See my little bruise? I clean isolettes at work too. That's what that's from. All right. I am a NICU nurse. And I work the 12-hour night shift. Most know me who are in the group Painting with Fibromyalgia. I have a few things to tell you. So I'm using the side of my brush. It has some other colors in there. I'm making a hole on purpose. What was I going to tell you? I can't remember now. So I work the night shift, so sometimes I'm on in the middle of the night. All right, so now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually switch brushes. What did I do with my brushes that were wet? I'm going to switch brushes because now that one is kind of finished. That one's kind of done. I don't want too many colors mixed together. And then I went dark, so I don't want to get too mixed up. Out here, I'm going to put some more peachy pieces. Okay. So it's coming together. I don't know. What's the opinion? Is it coming together for you? All right, so I grabbed some more. What did I grab? White in quinacridone. All right. I need a little bit more white, like a lot more. And there's going to be a bright pink up here, just a splotchy bright pink up here. All right, just whoa! I forgot to wipe it off. That's very important.
Bonnie says that's beautiful.
Oh, now which Bonnie is on?
Bonnie Stockton.
Bonnie, are you on?
She says, I have to deal with some personal issues, but new popping in with Miss Angie brighten my day.
Oh, you brighten my day. Now don't stay up and don't stay on
Just
here.
a quick pop in.
I tend to be a little overprotective.
She says thumbs up.
All right,
Like
so
and share.
just some pieces over here. Just some pieces. Okay. All right, so it's your painting. I mean, use a reference to kind of know what colors you want to use, but it's a painting, all right? It's not a photograph. We're not into, like, you know, let's see how realistic we can get. Now, I dipped into the yellow, okay? And I'm just going to kind of mix that in. I want to put a little white in there because I really want this to stand out. It's kind of a, whoa. And didn't wipe it off. Okay, in a way, I'm glad this did this, though. Happy accident. Okay, so just scrambling a couple pieces. I'm going over the pink a little bit. Okay. So, and then I want to take a little white.
I'm supposed to tell you about Bonnie. That's what the answer.
I was supposed to say something I forgot?
No,
Or-
but she's on, I think.
Oh, yes, you were supposed to You're fire, babe.
I did tell you she was on.
Yeah, because she said something. Okay. All right. So that wanted to put those in there. Now I'm going to go into the pink, wipe it off, and wipe it off on my paper towel. And I want to put some pink in here. And I wipe it off enough. Put some pink in here. Just scrumble, just scrumble.
Bonnie says, hi, all this painting is fantastic.
Oh, thanks. And I want to take some purple, which means a touch of phthalo blue and a touch of, well, I way more than touched it, didn't I, guys? And I want to take the white, make a purple again, wipe it off. Now, if I need to slow down, tell me. And I want to go over this circular maybe. Okay. And I definitely want to go in here because that was, I don't want the lines though. I don't want the lines to show up. So just a little back and forth, a little back and forth. Going into this because this is almost dry anyway, so that helps. And a little bit of there we go, because I want that to look like it's in a different part of the sky than the other pieces. Okay, so you see how that worked? Let me go up here a little bit. I'll make two little bumps up here. You don't want them to look the same. Okay, there, I like that cloud right there. All right, I'm gonna rinse this one. Okay, I'm looking at it on the monitor to see if it's, and it's kind of where I want it. Now that piece that looks white up here, it doesn't look like that in person. So don't make it white. All right. throw this away. I'm really trying to rinse this brush off pretty good. Now, we're going to have to deal with some more orangey. Okay? So down here, it's going to get a little orangier. And purple. It's going to get dark. Let's start with the dark purple. I'm going to dip into white, some quinacridone, some phthalo blue, a little more quinacridone, a little more quinacridone. I'm going to run out. Can you see it? Am I over too far? Let me come over here so you can see it. All right. I think you can see it. Okay. So I'm going to do this. And it's like a violet. It's like a violet color, which is what I want. And more white. So these, are you surprised that just these few colors are making so many colors? All right, I hope you guys can see this.
Sherry wants to know where the reference photo's from.
It's all over the internet, all over the, oh, you talking about where I got it from?
I guess.
I got it from a royalty free, and I can't even remember exactly, but it's royalty free. But it's the same photo that I have. It's the same. Okay, see that pretty violet? It's the same photo that I have on the event. It's the same one. So you can print it out. That's what I used to do when I did tutorials, because it's hard to show you the reference photo, show you the picture, show you the, here it is, show you the palette, show you the canvas, and show you the paint. I didn't used to understand that. I thought, oh, is it a secret? Okay, so you see all the colors in here? And now that I'm doing these, now I get it. I get the things that's impossible. This is a really pretty violet color. Let me see if I can get my brush where you can see it. Really pretty violet color. And I think you can see it right here. Let's see. This is the blue. This is the white. Yeah, you should be able to see it right here. It looks dark. It looks grayish. It looks on one monitor. But it's a violet, so it has a touch more pink in it. Okay? This is the color that I'm going to use. Now I'm wiping it off on a different part of my palette. This is the color that I'm going to use down here. And these are going to go almost across. They're going to break up a little bit, but they're going to go almost across. And you guys, you know what? We might be stopping after these particular clouds. What time is it, babe?
It's 7:38.
Yeah, we might be stopping after this. Now this is more, my scrumbling is more, it's more in a line. Now I'm going to go up here because I want the line broken up a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to come here. All right, and I'm going to dot down here where the, I'm going to dot down here. Okay. Now you could barely see it on here, but that's fine. That's just what I want. I'm going to come down here, make a little jagged part come down here. I hardly have anything on my brush. All right, and then I'm going to come here. So I didn't go all the way across, mind you. I stopped here. I have a hole in it here. I have a hole in it here. I have a hole in it here. So it's not all the way across, okay? So that's...
They want you to move your palette. This is Leanna.
Oh.
Move your palette over to the right a little. Smidge.
Okay, let's see.
And when is part 2?
Part 2. part 2. I don't know, next Saturday? All of my fooling around is right here where you can see it, actually. There's the yellow, the blue. Let me see if you can see this. That's the quinacridone. There's my mixing and my blending. So I'm trying to, everything you see, like the rest of this out here, all I'm doing is wiping off my brush. Everything that I'm mixing and blending, I have in view of the camera. Okay? So if you think I'm dipping, I'm not dipping. I'm just, I'm just wiping off my brush. Okay. All right. Now, after we do these clouds, I'm going to stop for now. Okay? Because I don't like...
Leanne still says the palette's not visible enough.
There's a strip. You don't see the strip? I see it. Let me see if I could find it on...
She had said move it a little bit to the right or something. Before.
Yeah, the part you see is the only part I'm really using. I don't know what to do because I'd have to move my cameras, which is like really hard to do. But this strip right here, this strip right here is the only thing I'm using, except for when I wipe off my brush. Even my blending, I try to do in front of you. So like this right here, let me see if she could see that. Anyway, I'm going to try to do it in front of you. Right here where I have my yellow, I'm going to stick it right here so you could see it. It has a little bit of a purple in here. I'm going to get some white. It's got a whitish color, a little yellow. And this is going to seem strange. A little quinacridone right into the white and yellow. And look at this beautiful, beautiful color. Uh-oh, I see what she means. I see what she means. Let me see if this helps.
And then Jennifer says, can you push it up just a little?
I see what you mean. Wait a minute. I'm seeing it. There you go. So right here I had yellow and white, and then I took some quinacridone magenta and put it on top. And then I got this really pretty color. Okay. Now this is what I'm going to use on, I need a little white to add to that because I want it brighter.
Well, Leanne was saying others were asking. Okay, but now some
Okay, is
say
that
thanks.
better?
Jennifer says thanks.
Okay, I couldn't see. It's hard to, oh, you guys have no idea how hard it is to maneuver the camera because it has the left and the right are the opposite, kind of like a mirror effect when you look at what you have to look at. Okay. So, and then a little, so you see the combination I'm doing? I put yellow and white down, and then I grabbed a little quinacridone magenta, and I'm just trying to brighten it up. Okay. Now, this is going to go into the edge of this. I'm going to scrumble. Oh, wipe your brush off. Wipe your brush off. And this is going to go into the edges of this. So it's going to go like right here. See that brightness? That's intentional. And then there's going to be a little bit of drips here. Okay. There's going to be a little bit here. And it's going to go into this right here. Okay, and there's going to be a little here. Now I'm just moving some around because once you get that color, it's like you don't want to lose it. Okay, so I'm moving it around a little bit, and then I'm just scrumbling just a little on this. Now that it's dried on there a little bit, and then I'm going to make like a lining. This is a little lining because this is going to be reflecting the sun. And this is reflecting the sun a little bit. Okay, and then there's a little lining on this edge. reflecting the sun. There's some of this right here. All right, now a little bit more quinacridone. A little more quinacridone. Okay, what time is it?
7:44.
7:44. Okay, and I'm going to.
Europe has to go.
Jerp is going. Okay, a little more quinacridone, and I just kind of. All right, see you, Jerp. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna get this purple back. It's almost dried up, which is fine, which is good actually. And I don't want to go over that part. I just want to bring a little bit into this cloud here. Just a little bit into here. Grab some of this purple. That's quinacridone. Quinacridone and phthalo blue. I'm going to wipe off my, need a little more white. I'm going to, can you see that? Yes. I'm going to wipe off my brush. All right. And I'm just going to blend a little bit into here. There you go. Just a little scrumbling. Just a little scrumbling. So you guys see how I'm doing that? Is anybody having like a hard time? You see how I'm doing that? I'm just kind of taking the hard edge off of stuff. I don't want hard edges. I don't want to drown it out completely, but I just want to get so where there's a hard edge. All right. So that's kind of it for that. I think we're going to cut it off here.
Tiffany Boulware says, is this really live?
Tiffany Boulware, oh my goodness. This is so live. It's nerve-wrackingly live sometimes, but it is so live. Yay! Yay, Tiffany! I'm going to just blend that a little bit. All right, and then just get some of this edge. And I think that's going to be it for now. That's going to be it for now. We're going to have to catch the next, hi! We're going to have to catch the next pieces next time, okay? Just kind of making this purposely uneven. All right. And that's it for now. Let me go in here a little bit. That's a little...
OMG, this is so cute. Paint on, Picasso. Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany, this is what it's supposed to look like when I get done. I did a little practice one. So this is what it's going to look like when I get done. Hopefully. Maybe a little better, because this was the practice one. It's a sunset. Or whatever you want it to be. It could be a sunrise if you're a morning person. All right. So this is this part. This is part one. I might do some fixing over here in the corner. But this was part one. I'm going to make myself visible so I can talk to you guys for a second, because I tend to miss out.
Trish says, thank you for this fun. It was fun. Hope to see part 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow?
That's what she said.
Wait, hang
Trish
on.
Phelps.
Tomorrow. All right, I don't think it's going to be tomorrow. Maybe next Saturday. Let me look at you guys. I have to see you guys. Oh, I'm more in my element now. Hi. Oh, Gina's going. You got to tell me who's going so I can say hi and bye. Oh, it was so nice for you guys to come. I really appreciate it. This was fun. So yeah, we're going to be adding more bright colors and more oranges and all that stuff, because the sun's going to be down here at the bottom. So we're going to really play this thing up, make a nice sunset, and I can't wait. Wait till you see this orange jump out at you. Kind of like my shirt's jumping out at you. So everybody, wait a minute. Let me switch something real quick. Hang on.
A whole week? I gotta wait.
Wait, don't go yet. Don't go yet. Where am I? Okay. There. All right, guys. So anyway, thanks for coming. And I'm going to put some shout outs because I ran out of time. And I'm going to put some shout outs, some suggestions of videos you guys could watch in the comments. So look for those, because we want to support everybody who's doing this, because I can tell you from experience that it's very rewarding, but it's a lot of work, and we want people watching it so that they can learn from what we're doing, or at least enjoy what we're doing. Okay, otherwise we're doing it for nothing. All right, and we don't want that. All right, so it's good seeing everybody. I can't wait to see some of your works in progress, and hope to see you again. Our group on Facebook is Painting with Fibromyalgia. So if you have fibromyalgia or any other kind of chronic pain, then request to get on, especially if you paint. And I figure if you're looking at this, you like art. If you want to learn how to paint, you can get on too. And also like and subscribe and hit the little bell for a reminder, and share. All right, it's good seeing everybody. See you later. Bye. Bye-bye. Take care. I'm going to put the colors here for those of you who are not in the group. I put the colors in the group. I'm not sure I put them in here. Maybe I did. But I'll add whatever I need to add when I get off, okay? Take care, everybody. See you next time.